Transfer rate of time, Stevie Nicol feeling fine. We'll start with Kurt Zouma going to play for Jose Mourinho again at Spurs. What do you say, Stevie?
Why? Did they not see him the first time he played for him? Listen, no offence, Kurt Zouma is a solid centre back, but that's all he is. And Tottenham need to be pushing to get back in the Champions League at the very least. And unfortunately, I don't think Kurt Zouma's part of that. There will be a reason why Chelsea would let Zouma go, and that's because he's not pushing them into the Champions League or solidifying them in the Champions League. So, listen, Kurt Zouma is a good Premier League player. I just don't think he's the top half of the table level.
Okay, what about this player then? David Alaba to Man City.
Fantastic player, makes a lot of sense from City's point of view, but not from Bayern's point of view. And I wonder what Alaba would think as well. You know, Bayern seem to be in the upturn. They seem to be going forward now. They seem to be certainly rising the cream of the crop in European football. So does Alaba want to upset the apple cart in his career when he may have a chance to win the Champions League with Bayern? Certainly he's going to win the Bundesliga again probably next season. So the question is, why would Alaba leave Bayern to go to Man City? And I guess the only reason would be a large barrel full of money.
Definitely.
Other than that, I'm not sure that this is the right time for Alaba to leave Bayern. He's been with the last couple of years have been tough. Yes, they won the Bundesliga, but things haven't been settled there. But now they seem absolutely settled, and are one of the favourites for the Champions League. So why would he leave?
1 year left on the contract. Would it change your mind if I were to tell you that Bayern don't want him to go on a free next season?
I bet they don't want him to go on a free. I bet they don't want him to go anywhere. So that means that they have to make a decision. And that means they need to up his wages because that would be the only reason why, for me, he would go.
All right. Next up is John Stones to leave Man City because Pep Guardiola has this week cast doubts over his future at the club.
Well, I think you just need to look at Man City's team sheet over the last 18 months. That's the real cast of doubt that's been going on at Manchester City with Pep and Stones. Every time he's played them, he's given him a heart attack. You know, he's got a mistake in him all the time. The opposition know that, and that buoys them up. And so this is not a shock whatsoever. There's no question John Stones will leave City. The question is, when will it be? Will it be at the end of his contract? Because he'll be on good money. And I guess the horrible word is he's damaged goods, really. And I don't think there's many clubs are willing to pay the sort of money he's getting in wages, never mind a transfer fee right now. So I would suggest this could be the end of a contract when these two break up, but they're certainly going to be breaking up.
Next up, it's Ousmane Dembele to Manchester United. There's a lot of rumours about the future of this player, and the word is that if they do miss out on Jadon Sancho, he could be next option.
Is that pretty clear? I mean, really? No chance. I mean, again, Barcelona's not giving this guy away. And by the way, I'm not so sure they could give him away. I mean, he's done absolutely nothing to show why Barcelona paid over 100 million for this kid. There's question marks over him off the field as well. That's certainly not what Man United are about now. They're about certainly bringing in young players, but young players with good attitudes that really do have huge potential, and they think they can get it out of them. I don't see that with Dembele. I think he's going to be one of these kids who's going to mosey along in his career, and all we're going to see is what if he could have been, potential, all the things that when you get to the latter stages of your career, you don't want to be hearing that about yourself.
It's an interesting one next. It would be another La Liga to Premier League one. It's Luka Jovic to Leicester City. Now, things haven't turned out too good for him at Real Madrid. And the word is Leicester could get him for about 20 million less than what Real Madrid paid for him, because the pandemic's obviously hit so many clubs hard that at least Real Madrid could cash in there rather than sending him out on loan. And Brendan Rodgers has said that he feels the player needs a change of scenery to start scoring again. So does this one make sense to you?
I think it'll depend on whether Brendan's going to stick with playing 2 up front or just have Vardy on his own. Iheanacho, over the last, certainly since the start up, has played up with Vardy. I would suggest that Jovic is probably better than Iheanacho. And so I guess it depends on how Brendan's going to play. There's no point in bringing Jovic in to have him sat on the bench where he is now. I think if you bring him in and spend that money, certainly if I'm an owner and the manager wants 40 million to bring a player in, I'm assuming he's going to play him. So I would suggest this is about how Brendan's going to set his team up in the future, because if it's 2 up front, then I think Jovic would be a good signing. He scored incredible goals when he was in Germany, and there was a reason why Madrid bought him. Unfortunately, he probably hasn't had a proper chance. Maybe they're a little big for him right now in his career, and it was too much for him. But certainly he has ability, and I agree with Brendan. He needs to go somewhere else and get some time and get some goals behind him. So maybe Leicester's a possibility, yeah.
So that one's a possibility, but just don't expect Stevie Nicol to get behind Ousmane Dembele going to Manchester United this season.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.